Hi Gemini, this is your Lovescope for February 1st through February 15th, 2017. This will be for your sun, moon, and rising. I will do a general overall love message for Gemini, and then I will break it out into Gemini sun, Gemini moon, and Gemini rising. If you are a Gemini sun, your reading will immediately follow the general reading for Gemini. And if you are a Gemini moon or rising, after the general message, go ahead to the description box below and click on the timestamp for Gemini moon or Gemini rising. So just to give you a little idea of how this works is, oh, also before I get into that, if you don't know what your moon and rising are, I've left a link in the description for you to obtain a free natal chart, and in doing that you'll be able to decipher what your moon and rising sign are if you do not know. Okay, so how this works is I pull 5 cards, 5 tarot cards for the main energy of Gemini regarding love and romance. I also draw 2 wisdom oracles to anchor the energy down, kind of guide me. And then I pull 6 cards of various decks for sun and then moon and then rising. And so when I'm doing the general overall, I'm basing it mainly on these energies of the tarot cards that I pulled for that, but I look to the sun, moon, and rising cards to pull in energies to help tell this story. And then obviously when I do sun, moon, and rising, I hone in on the sun cards and tie them into the general reading, and same with moon and rising. So that's basically how it works. Okay, so to get right into this, Gemini, you guys really have a lot happening in your spread. There's a lot of messages here. This ancestors card, I actually just did the weekly oracles for this next 2 weeks alongside the romance reading, and you guys received the ancestors card for your February 6th through February 12th general oracle card. And I was really having a hard time, divinating the message of it, because it, typically what's around that card gives, definition of where this card is trying to lead us. And I definitely see now what's going on, and I really think that's neat how they tie together like that. So there are many avenues to this reading, so there may be a very specific message that resonates with you and the other messages don't, because there's kind of very interesting things here. So first and foremost, the strongest message is there are some of you who are dating somebody, and I feel this is stronger for the female energy, but this could also go for a male energy. And either their family is not accepting of you, or your family is not accepting of your partner. For some of you, this is a really big thing happening right now. It's like you're having to make a decision. I really feel as though some of you kind of have to choose between your family or your mate. Like, your family isn't having it with the ancestors and the discernment up there, and then just what I see here in the general reading. And that it plays out a little differently in the sun, moon, and rising cards, but regardless of where your Gemini energy is, there's definitely many of you who are facing this situation. And this did come to me, and I really don't want to give this message, but Spirit is like, no, I'm just the messenger, the divinator. I'm not the one that is bringing the messages. But this is a general reading, so I'm just going to put this out there for whoever is watching this video that this pertains to. I feel that this is going one of two ways. Either you are dating a family member, like a cousin, or it could be even a step sibling, or you are dating somebody that used to date somebody in your family, like your sister, or or if you're a male, it was your brother, or maybe one of your cousins previously dated, or it could just play out many different ways. But on some level, this energy is talking about that, where you're dating whoever you're dating, there's a great taboo to it because of who this person is, and they dated somebody else in your family, or they're like your cousin, second cousin maybe, or you guys are like step siblings. It's just, there's something really taboo about it. Or without that stigma, it's that other side where your family is not accepting your partner. And I feel like a lot of you, it's your father that is the most disapproving. But with the Knight of Cups in the outcome here, or the near future energy, and what I see in these others, I really think many of you are going to choose the mate over the family. Although I definitely feel like this is very painful for you, especially for Gemini sun. I really see you choosing your mate, whoever this person is, over your family, or this could even be your friends. But with ancestors here, this is big upset in your family somehow, some way. Okay, so that was something quite strongly that came through. For others here, I think there are some Geminis out there who are completely single, and you have been single for a while, and you're feeling really pessimistic and negative and insecure because of the amount of time perhaps that you've been single, or what put you in the state of singlehood. But basically, for the general energy, you guys at the center have this Five of Pentacles, and then the root is this reverse King of Pentacle, and the recent past reverse Eight of Wands. In the crown is the reversed Page of Swords, and then the outcome is the reversed King of Cups. Now, with discernment up there, I'll tighten in so you can see. If you notice, a woman has her hands over her mouth, another has her hands over her eyes, and another has her hands over her ears. So those of you who have been single for a while, and you are feeling quite negative and down, and like you're just, you don't see, you have like, you want it to be so, you want there to, be a relationship. You listen to tarot videos because, you're hoping that there's something that will be said. Did you see how that card jumped right out of my hand? Oh my God, such a confirmation for somebody. Holy cow. Whoever you are, this is really for you. It's not that this doesn't exist. It's that the energy that you are vibrating in is preventing this from coming forth into your reality, because you are in such a place of either still hurting, mourning, feeling rejected, or you've just been single for so long that you want to give up, or you have given up, and you just, I feel like you're just really sad. You feel very lonely inside. And I just love how Spirit talks. So I see this, main energy about love and romance going on, and then Spirit says something else to me. For that person who is just feeling so low and invisible, and like, do I even exist? Does anybody see me? Does anybody out there in the non-physical hear me? And with this Ancestors card there, yes, my friend, you have your ancestors, your DNA lineage of those who came before you that are supporting you, that are not physically focused. Their consciousness is not physically focused at this time. They are existing in the non-physical, and they are trying to help you through this energy so that it can flip around, okay? And Sun, Moon, and Rising all have really awesome outcome cards, so I know that can flip around. I do. For others of you, I feel as though there is somebody giving you unwanted attention, and you're just not having it. I feel like it's I see this love offer coming towards you, and you're like, and it's, exchanging gifts. It's, they could really be showering you with a lot of attention and affection, and they're just really into you, and that's why you're like, okay, I'm gonna try just because they're so digging me. But you weren't feeling it before, and you're really not feeling it now, and you need to just let it go. Like, sometimes I know it's hard to be single. Sometimes it does feel really lonely, but it's not worth being with somebody who's just into you because they're into you, not because you're really into them, but because they're so into you. It doesn't really do anything for you. And again, because the eyes are closed, mouth, all of that, I feel like you're kind of hiding the truth from yourself about what's motivating you. And I really feel for many of you, it's this right here. It's because you don't want to feel lonely anymore. You don't want to feel rejected anymore. You don't want to miss that person anymore. And like I said, for others of you, this is playing out more with your family because of who you're with. I'm just trying to see what else comes to me, since that wasn't too much about the general energies here. It's like I said, it's just, I feel as though a lot of you are in a place of feeling rejected and invisible and really down about that. And if this doesn't speak to you, I'm sorry, but that's what's coming through in these cards. That's who this reading is for, is those Geminis who are just really struggling emotionally and mentally at this time because of an ex, like whatever happened. I don't feel like this is so much you're wanting them back. It's more about how it ended or what happened that has you hung up at the hurt, the betrayal of it. Something about that is where you are truly hung up and having a hard time. And even in your own head, I feel as though you're very conflicted. And it's because you, on some level, you don't want to see the truth about everything, or you're not quite ready to see the truth about everything. But all of you Geminis listening to this, with the ancestors card, even though I know this is a love reading, I just can't help but put this out there. Really reach out to your ancestors, even if you never knew them in physical life. That energy is so strong for you guys. It came through in 2 different readings. So really tap into that. And if you haven't even had a thought about it, well, maybe you should have a thought about it and look into it. Start researching your family tree, something. And this is showing up in a love reading. Like, it's just the wildest thing to me, because I get the discord with the family, but it's pulling me. I just feel so strong. The greater emphasis behind this card. Wow. For some of you, your partner may have, or even you, but I feel like this would be more, this is happening to your partner, since this is a love reading, may have like found out some information about their family members that has really brought them into this place of pessimism or heartache, something, and you guys are kind of going through that, and you are being very supportive for whatever this is. Or maybe your partner is meeting their birth family if they're adopted, or reconnecting to an estranged parent. The family is really involved in your love relationship for many of you this 2 weeks, and it has this is love, but for some of you, gosh, this is like, okay, maybe this is supposed to be love, but you're watching this video for this. It's, I don't know, just all this really interesting energy playing out in the family arena, and not just the immediate family. It's like this big disruption. And maybe this is playing out in your partner, if you're coupled up, in your partner's family, and it's just really affecting you guys, and you're trying to make the decision on how to proceed and what to do. Just the 2 main messages that come through is that energy about the family issues, and then those singles who have been single for a while and feeling really lonely and things like that. So I'm going to get into the sun and then the others, and kind of decipher even deeper that way, because I don't want to really get into those and then have to repeat the same message when I do their reading. So if you are a Gemini moon or Gemini rising, go ahead and click on the timestamp to get more personalized information about whatever this energy is for you guys. It's like it's right there, but I can't quite, it's not like taking shape, but it's big, whatever this is. So anyways, on to Gemini sun for love and romance, even though this is feeling very interesting. So you guys have chemistry, the 4 of Cups, and then for your tarot cards, 2 of Pentacles reversed, 10 of Cups reversed, and then 8 of Cups reversed. Alright, so, and then outcome is loyal heart. So normally I would get this sense of you're ending a relationship with this 10 of Cups reversed, and this 4 of Chalice up there, it's routine, it's boring. So with this 10 of Cups reversed, you're moving on, especially with this 8 of Cups, you're moving on. And even though chemistry is here with these other cards, it doesn't mean like there's chemistry. It could definitely talk of a lack of, but I really am not getting that sense, because the outcome is this this loyal heart here. This, for many of you, you are having to make this choice between your family or your mate. And it's not even a choice. You've made your choice. It's your mate. And with the loyal heart here, I feel as though choosing your mate is the correct thing to do. It is the right thing to do. It is what is most in alignment with your soul, your life purpose at this time, because this is a very beautiful card. This is about having each other's back. This is soulmate. This is deep connection. And you see the two keys up here, like the keys to each other's heart. They both wear a crown. King and king. King and king. It could be king and king. Some of you it's king and king, or that wouldn't have come out. But king and queen. Okay? And the two keys there. So you made the decision, or you're making the decision to move on with your mate. And I think that that is the best thing for you at this time. Now, in the long run, I can't say that. This is energy for 2 weeks here. But in this 2 weeks, that is what is most in alignment with your energy for your life at this time. So with all these cups energy, you're definitely having a hard time with it. If it's because your family just won't accept who you're with, like they put you in that place to make a choice, regardless of whether it's for some taboo reason or it's just they just outright don't like your partner or who you've chosen. Others of you, I don't know, I really don't feel like you're leaving a relationship to go be with somebody else. I don't. Although some of you may be in a relationship and you are thinking about leaving because it does lack chemistry and passion, and it's just kind of routine and it just doesn't excite you anymore. But you and this person have quite a bond, but it's no matter how you slice it, there will be no easy way to end your relationship if that's the case for you, because you're no longer vibing with it. And that's honestly what I feel. You're not vibing with it anymore. I don't see heavy cards. The emotion's gone, the passion's gone, it's routine and it's boring and you can't take it anymore, and maybe you're hanging on because of this connection. But Spirit is assuring you that even though this is heavy and this is hard, because some of you may be going through this right now, like you've already made that choice, but Spirit's saying you guys will eventually come back into this place because this connection that you have is real. It is real, and it can transform into something else. There's not really a whole lot of information here on whether this loyal heart means you guys come back together romantically or not, but I don't feel like for those of you who are making this decision, I don't think you want to be romantic. It's the friendship, it's the bond that you don't want to lose. And since this is general, this could be your partner that's presented you with this and has decided to move on. So this week, Spirit is just saying, listen, even though it's hard, know that you guys will come back together someday in some way, because the friendship that you guys have, the bond that you share is, woven into your souls, and it is real. It's not pretend. Just because you have to go separate ways right now, it doesn't mean that it isn't real or that it wasn't real. It's just there's another journey to be had. And I feel there's more for you guys. There's somebody else. And if you are that single Gemini who I was talking about that's just feeling really down, this is Spirit saying you need to break the routine of every thought and emotion that you've been entertaining that's keeping you in that lower vibrating place, because it's keeping your happiness away from you. You need to walk away from this energy. You need to move on from it, because this is here backed by chemistry. And that doesn't mean like, hey, this guy's just, or this girl's just going to show up in these 2 weeks. They could. They absolutely could, especially with chemistry here. But you have to walk away from your unhappiness. You have to make the choice to come to terms with whatever this reverse Knight of Cups is representing for you personally. It could be a specific person. It could be that there's nobody. It could be that everybody that shows up just isn't compatible. This could be the family that you have to leave behind for now because you guys just can't align on decision and choice because of who you are choosing to be with. There is better times ahead, but you have to walk away from the negative energy, or you have to walk away from the family that is not supporting you right now. And again, that doesn't mean that this won't flip, okay? That these won't flip, and then here you are returning to now a happy family. Sometimes things need to fall apart to fall together, you know. It's spiritual growth. It's not the end of the world, even though it's very painful and it's hard at the time. Believe me, I know. I could not speak these words to you guys if I did not lose every single thing that mattered to me kind of all at once in my life, including the love of my life, who was somebody I loved for 15 years. So I get it. It sucks. It's so hard. It hurts so bad, and you're left with why? Why did that happen? Or why is nothing working out for me? Why do I just meet one shithead after another? Why is my ex so happy and moving on? It's, you know, or for some of you, why won't my ex leave me alone? Why does my ex continue to bother me and stalk me? I'm trying to walk away. Again, general, so this is playing out differently. But whatever heavy energy you're facing that's causing this disruption emotionally, it's really in your hands to choose to walk away. And when something isn't serving you, there's no point in staying. It's like there's nothing you can do. You just need to walk away. And I love that this card matches the backdrop of that photo there. It's like you don't want to, and I understand that. It's not easy. It's really hard. But you wouldn't be faced with this fork in the road or be put in this position where you have no choice but to move forward, leaving behind all these things that matter to you. For some of you, like I said, this is a whole family. But this is what needs to happen right now, and you need to trust that, and trust Spirit, and reach out to Spirit, and really rely on the people who do have your back, because there are people that have your back these 2 weeks, and they're going to be there for you, and you'll know what's right for you and what's not. And our families always mean the best, and sometimes they're right, you know. If every person, family and friend that you know pretty much dislikes your mate, there may be issues that you need to really open yourself up to with this discernment card, okay? it might be best for you to walk away from the mate, though I don't see you doing that in these cards. I see you walking away from the family and the friends. Now, for others of you, I feel like you are walking away from the family and friends because whatever it is that they are disapproving of about your mate is not because this person is bad to you or treats you badly or anything like that. It's some sort of prejudice, or like that's she's not good enough for you, or maybe your partner has a child already. It's gonna play out differently. If that's the case, that's your family's problem, that they can't accept your mate. Okay, if you have somebody who treats you well and you have a family that's just hating for whatever the reason, then you need to walk away from them for now. That relationship, I absolutely believe, will mend in time, but right now they're interfering, they're not helping out. But if your mate is really terrible to you and nobody likes them, you might want to hear your friends and family out and recognize that maybe they see something that you're not willing to see. And with discernment, I think no matter what your situation is, you really need to come into a place within yourself and think about what's being said to you or what you're experiencing, what you're seeing, and you need to be real with you. And sitting right next to Ancestors card, you have guides, and I feel like this isn't your normal spirit guides. It's lineage, it's heritage that is guiding you and helping you through this and moving you forward. So for those who are really having this issue and struggling with this heavy energy, meditate, pray, whatever it is you need to do, reach out to your ancestors to help guide you through this, because you have to walk away from something. For all of you, you need to walk away from something. And if you're, coupled up and I don't know, I hate that this is not all exciting energy, since this is, the love reading that encompasses the first 2 weeks of February, which is love. But, this is what Spirit's saying is playing out. And for many of you, this is what's playing out. And this is what you need to hear. This is what is going to help you. And I wish that I could say, yeah, the day is saved in these first 2 weeks and everything is worked out and, whatever it is you're facing, but I don't feel that at all. I feel this is really on you and you having to make the choice of walking away from something, whether it be a person, a family, your belief system about yourself and love, just whatever. These 2 weeks is about you guys walking away from that. Walking away from that which is not serving you, which is not moving you forward, which is keeping you stuck in the same rut and routine. And you need new passion and chemistry in life, and that comes from deciding to make this change and move on. And then you open up and you're ready for this, what you really, really want. Not this, I just want to be with somebody, no. It's all right that you're alone, and I'm sorry that some of you feel so lonely. I feel it. You feel so lonely and invisible. But you don't need to. You need to walk away from feeling that way because it's not the truth. There's more, and you have a lot of support right now, okay? So I'm going to leave that there. And I look forward to the second half of February's Lovescope, because I really want to see a shift in this energy and, how it's playing out and turning around for you guys whatever your situation may be. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. I really do hope you guys have a blessed and beautiful week. And if this does not resonate with you, truly sorry. This is just coming through for those who are having a very hard time these first 2 weeks of February. Okay, on to Gemini Moon. You guys have Free Yourself, the High Priestess for sexual magic, the Sun reversed, the Knight of Cups upright, and then Justice reversed. Outcome card, exchanging gifts. So, this here, right away, I feel that all of this weird family crazy dynamic is you getting out of a relationship that won't leave you alone. For some of you, this is like you are like you want out and you're not finding it easy. You're just, it's like one struggle after the next, trying to get out of the relationship. Others, you're struggling with the choice on, you know, do I go? And again, this could be about family as well. You know, this is playing out in that interesting family dynamic energy. But and then others, I do feel as though you have an ex or an admirer of some kind that you are just not interested in at all. And no matter how many times you reject them, they just keep coming back and offering again. And you're like, this is driving me crazy. This isn't fair. Like, what do I need to say to you to get the hint that I'm not interested back? I don't want to be with you, or I don't want to be with you anymore, because this card is about waiting. And with this Free Yourself, this, I feel some of you who are coupled up that aren't exactly happy, I feel you're waiting for the right moment to break up or get out. It's something's holding you back, like you're hiding the truth about something here, and you're presenting yourself to your person as this, you know, loving individual, but you're gonna bounce out, or that's what your partner's doing to you. Now, you'll know because you're gonna already be suspicious and like, you know, something isn't right about you. You're just, in the way they look at you, or the way they touch you, just real subtle interaction is like, even though they think they're presenting themselves like this and you aren't picking up on anything, that they're really waiting for the moment to free themselves and bust out of this relationship, they're hiding it, you're still picking up on it. You're picking up on it somehow, some way. You know, the High Priestess, it's all about intuition. And so if this is speaking to you, really investigate that energy. Okay? Because there's just somebody in your life that is presenting you with something that looks like this, and they may even be very flattering and fawn all over you and give you lots of gifts and pamper you and spoil you. You know, they're really coming across in this sense, but you just feel like something is off, or there's something not right, and you are correct. There's more than meets the eyes. So if this is speaking to you and you've already been suspicious, you need to listen to your intuition, because for whatever reason Spirit's saying you need to get out of this. And I feel like a really strong sense of maybe, you know, the week of Valentine's, you might receive some unwanted gifts from somebody who you're just not interested in anymore. And you know, since this is general, Gemini, if you are really digging on somebody who keeps rejecting you, this is Spirit saying, if you keep getting rejected and they're just kind of playing games with you where they pull you in but they never really let you get too close, like you guys don't ever kiss or make out, or but that's not for all of you, because, you know, okay, I should phrase this differently. If you're a man and you are pursuing this woman and she doesn't really seem to want to like touch you and kiss you and make out with you and things of that nature, chances are she's not with you for the right reasons. Like, she's coming around for other things, and anytime you try to reach out for more than friendship, it's like you get rejected. Now, if you're a female, you very well could be having sex with this person, but he won't give you a commitment. It's just like, when it comes right down to it, he won't do it. Spirit is saying you've got to free yourself, because there's no real viability in the current energy of this situation. Like, it's just going to end up the same every single time, and it's up to you to make the choice to free yourself from it, because it's going to continue to be unfair feeling to you if you do not. And I think that you know, you need to really express yourself and where you're coming from and put it out there, because I see this dynamic here. Because the Page of Cups came out, the Knight of Cups came out twice. We have this Knight of Cups upright looking at this Knight of Cups reversed. So it's like somebody's giving an offer, but somebody is not accepting. So however you fall on this scale, it doesn't matter. The answer is the same. You don't want it, or they don't want it. And if you're the one that doesn't want it, you don't want their gifts, okay? And so if you are somebody who is pursuing somebody who keeps kind of rejecting you like that, don't waste your time and energy or money on them trying to make Valentine's Day special or any other day special, because there's an imbalance of energy here. It's not fair, it's not equal what's going on, whether you're the one being dishonest or who you're dealing with is being dishonest. There is an imbalance of energy, and there is unwanted attention on some level. And if you are the one receiving the unwanted attention, perhaps you've been being nice about it or whatever, and it's time for you to change however you've been handling this. If you are receiving this unwanted attention, you need to change. Others are waiting, like you're not even, like you haven't even put yourself out there, but you're like waiting to pursue a specific person, like you're waiting, and I'm not getting that. I don't feel like that's going anywhere. Even if you put yourself out there, I don't feel as though it's going anywhere. And overall, freeing yourself from whatever this is, however this energy personally relates to you, like freeing yourself from it, changing how you're doing things, is what brings in a new offer down the road that is far more stable. It's like, it's a reward. You know, some of you have really been through a lot of hell with some person just really bothering you. it could be an ex, and for some it is, but for others, it's like this person that is just unwanted attention, and you don't want it. And I think with this here, some of you are going to receive unwanted gifts for Valentine's Day, because this energy is so strong for you guys. But since this is general, and I love that because you can read the cards much looser, this to me tells me that some of you Geminis that none of this is speaking to, there is something delicious and juicy going on in your world these 2 weeks. Now, this could just be somebody you're casually dating. This could be your honey that you're in love with and now all is well. But I do see for Gemini moon, some of you, this is a really beautiful 2 weeks. And there may be some unfairness going on in your life or in your partner's life, and that's why there's this reverse justice. But you guys are really there for each other and supporting each other, and that's what's keeping you strong. And this here also to me is speaking about those who are dealing with this family issue where you're having to choose your partner or your family for whatever reason. Again, I feel as though you guys choose your partner, because we have the Sun reversed and Justice reversed. We have Free Yourself. And then we have this Knight of Cups upright. And we have the High Priestess. So, I think you guys are going to choose your partner, your mate, over your family. And again, I feel as though you guys are very loving and supportive to each other through what's going on outside of you, because for some of you, it's like your family is just really jacking things up, especially for Gemini moon. And this could be like you're a married couple, and it doesn't even have to be that your family is not accepting of your partner. It could just be like a lot of family drama interfering with this first 2 weeks of your life, and either your partner's really being there for you or you're really being there for your partner. And there's a lot of love and support here. And with exchanging gifts, I feel you have more support than you know, okay? So some of you are going to be receiving gifts, okay? No matter what. Could be from somebody that you're excited to receive it from and somebody you're not. But many of you, with this card coming out these 2 weeks, you're going to have a very happy Valentine's Day, okay, Gemini moon? Some of you are going to have a really good Valentine's Day. In fact, out of all the cards here from the reading, you guys have the lightest cards. I mean, the Sun is reversed and the Justice, but I feel like that's speaking more to that situation of that unwanted attention. But I feel like for many of you, there's lots of love and gifts this week. And maybe you need, if you don't have anybody, you need to take on the energy of this Knight of Cups this 2 weeks and be very loving and giving to all of those around you. And perhaps you're trying to balance some karma, and by doing that, this goes upright and you move on, and you know, things get much better, and you have this energy surrounding you instead of this, it being reversed. So that's what I have for Gemini moon. I hope that resonated with you, and you know, just follow your intuition on whatever you're going through in regards to family. and how it's affecting your romantic life at this time, because that is really playing out for many of you. And a sense of just feeling rejected altogether. Reach out to Spirit. You guys are very surrounded with love right now. And I know that for sure with this Knight of Cups, okay? So that's what I have. I hope you guys have a very beautiful and blessed week. Take care. All right, Gemini rising. So for you guys, I have, it is safe for you to love. The Queen of Swords for Sexual Magic Tarot. And then we have the Five of Cups, King of Pentacles, and Nine of Wands. And then the outcome is go the distance. Okay, so first things first. I see that some of you ended a relationship with somebody, and this is for a man or a woman because we have two sitting here, but I feel some of you ended a relationship, or somebody ended a relationship with you. If you are a female Gemini rising, I feel you ended the relationship more strongly. If you are a male, I feel as though a female ended the relationship with you. And I really think you're having a hard time with that. But for some, I don't feel like this is a permanent break, okay? Because we have go the distance. So if you are the one that broke up and you're now in this place where you're having second thoughts and you're really missing that person, the universe is saying it's safe for you to reach out and love. However, there are going to have to be some things discussed because these are very defensive cards right here. But with it's safe for you to love and go the distance, and then this King of Pentacles being upright, I feel there is sustainability. But you both have to be willing to go the distance. And I think for you, Gemini, you feel like you are the one that has gone the distance and you're tired and you're defensive and you want to break and you want to rest and you need your partner to go the distance for you this go round, okay? But with this Five of Cups, either you guys are really feeling sad about somebody or somebody's feeling really sad about you. If you are coupled up, obviously this is playing out differently, and I feel as though you guys just, there's a lot of arguments, and again, it can have everything to do with this family situation and dynamic that's playing out, and it's just really getting in between you two at this point in time. But go the distance. This is Spirit saying, look, I know it's very challenging and I know you just want to cut people off and out, but go the distance. And for that, it's like, it doesn't matter if you achieve what it is you're trying to achieve by going the distance. By the time you get to the finish line, okay, it's like you know that you did everything you could do. So if it still is feeling like this, even though you know you've done everything, it's easier for you to walk away or end the relationship if that's what needs to happen. But with it's safe for you to love, I just think many of you need to put in some more effort into the relationship, or if it is this whole family thing, just be a very supportive partner. Or if it's playing out in your family, let your partner know that you need the support from them. Though, if you are faced with the choice, I think you guys are going to pick your mate over your family if your family puts that choice out there. Now, some of you are, the whole reason why this is going on is because you're moving maybe to another state or another country with your partner, and that's what all this sadness and disruption is about, because you're really going to miss your family and they're really going to miss you, and your friends included. But this is a stable move. This is a stable, solid move. It's the right thing for you guys, and you're on your path. So even though you're feeling sad and it's very overwhelming and you don't know how you're going to say goodbye, you might even be avoiding that whole thing altogether, that whole topic. This is a very solid and sound move for you guys, and I think this has a lot to do with job if you are relocating. But it looks good, okay? Even though it feels really stressful right now, it looks good. If you're completely single, I'm just gonna say this. If I feel as though your energy is kind of blocking others from coming in, because with the Five of Cups here and the Nine of Wands, you're either having a hard time with a breakup or an ex, or you're just feeling really sad and lonely because you've been single for so long and you feel like it has been forever. But this here is another reiteration that this is the Nine of Wands. The next thing is the 10, and then a new beginning. So you have the Eight of Wands in the general, and then you have the Nine of Wands. So there's a progression. You are progressing forward. You are almost to that finish line where you're no longer plagued with sadness. You're finally feeling really solid, steady, stable, and secure in yourself. But more than that, you're a different person now. You're going to be ruled by your thoughts only, and this is really strong for representing your energy, Gemini, because this is the Queen of Swords. Swords is the air element. You're going to be moving forward thinking with your mind more than your heart, and you're not going to be afraid to cut people and situations out of your life moving forward because of what you've been through here and the strength that it took for you to pick yourself up and move on and move forward. You're stronger for it. You've learned a lot. You've earned your badge, okay? You've put in the work. You've gone the distance, and you're almost there. So maybe in the 2 weeks the last 2 weeks of January or into March, you know, there could be a romance because there is this progression. But you just, you know, if you're finding yourself in this place of sadness, just let it go. Don't let it happen. Just tell yourself, I'm almost there. I'm almost there, okay? As far as like new opportunities coming in, love can happen anytime, anywhere. This is a general reading, so obviously I can't pick up on every single romantic detail of every Gemini's life out there, or Gemini rising, I should say. But it's safe for you to love. Open up. Go on dates. Even if it feels scary, even if you don't feel emotionally ready, if somebody's asking you out, go out with them. This might be the distance you need to travel to get you to that 10 so you can release it and become an ace, okay? So, Gemini, that is what I have for you for the first 2 weeks of February 2017 in regards to love and romance. I hope you all have a very beautiful and blessed week and romantic Valentine's Day. Take care.